Hey Shalom. Before I start, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai Bahashim HaKakodash, and double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out there who are pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. This is from the book of Isaiah 14 and verse 1. It says, "For Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob." All right, man. So just to kick it off, man. I just wanted to grab that just to prove who the Lord is coming back to save, and to prove the point as to who's gonna be, um, who's basically going to be the top nation in the planet Earth, um, in the coming days after this one, um, is done away with. Because if you don't understand that this place, America, is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire by now, then it's time to come out from behind the rock. You know, okay, stop. It's time to stop living like Patrick Star from SpongeBob. Okay, you got to come out from under the rock. All right. So the Lord is coming back to choose his people, Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans that do make up the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay. And to get that again, or not to get that again, but to further back that up. This is from the book of Matthew, chapter 1 and verse 21. It says, "And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushai," because that's the true name of the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father, whose true name is Yahweh. Okay, his son's true name is Yahushai. Yah. The How his name is broken down is Yah means he, and Yahushai means is the deliverer, or delivers. So he delivers, or he is the deliverer. All right, because he's going to be the one to call up the elect to meet him in the clouds. All right, he's going to deliver us, man. Hopefully that would be of the elect, of course. It says, "And thou shalt call his name Yahushai, for he shall save his people from their sins." Yet you have things like Christianity and just the opinions of these people out here that say that anybody can be saved. And you're right, anybody can be saved if they are an Israelite and they repent. If they repent, man, but you got to be an Israelite. See, that's the thing. Because the Lord has a chosen people. All right, so He's not going to let any of the nations that are listed in Psalms the 83rd chapter. It lists all the heathen nations that cut off the name of Israel from us. That were confederate against the nation of Israel. So the Lord's not going to let that, to basically let it be where they got the best of things on this side in the world. Oh, and they're going to get the best things to come in the kingdom. Nah, man. Alright? Because these heathens and shit are rich, man. They got it good now. And the scriptures say, "Woe unto thee that are rich, for you have received your consolation." Alright, but the Lord is for the poor and meek, man. Alright? We are not by any means rich, man. Alright? We are the poor of the earth. The Israelites, man. And that's for good reason. Because this is a part of our punishment. Okay? Who fits the curses? Gotta think about these things, man. Who fits the curses? Alright? And then we can get Psalms, what is that, 147? Psalms 147 and 18, 19. It says, He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation. Look, see, so the Lord hasn't dealt so with any nation. He hasn't given other commandments and the statutes and the judgments and all these things to the other nations, but he has given them unto Jacob, unto Israel, man. It says he has not dealt so with any nation. So the Lord has never dealt with any nation like he deals with Israel. Okay, who did the Lord deliver out of Egypt? Israel. Who did he guide in the wilderness? Israel. You know. You know, who's the Lord going to deliver in the time to come? Israel, man. It's going to be the same thing. Okay? It's going to be the second great deliverance, man. The greatest deliverance. And it's going to be for who? The Israelites. Because it says in Deuteronomy 28 and 68, it says, and ye shall be brought into Egypt again with ships. So, who's the Lord going to deliver out of Egypt for the second time? Because this place is spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt. So, hey, who's going to be saved out of here? Israelites. It says, he hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh. Okay. Alright, and then it talks about that it says, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Well, the scriptures, you know, talks about all nations flowing unto Jerusalem. Isaiah 2 and 1, or 2 and 2. It says, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, you know, in the top of the governments. Okay, because that word mountain goes back to like powers. Okay, and who are the powers of the world? The governments. Okay, so it says that it's going to be established in the top of the mountains. It says, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, and to the house of the Most High of Jacob, of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways. We will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall for out of Zion shall go forth the law. We just got in Psalms 147. That the Lord has given his commandments, his statutes, and his judgments unto Israel. Zion is Israel, man. Okay? Jacob, Zion, Israel, Jerusalem. Those are all the same people. Okay? Israelites. It says, for out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So this just goes to prove and establish the fact that those people that are in Israel right now are not the real Israelites. Point blank, period, man. Very easy to see. It says, back in Isaiah 14 and 2, it says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess, it says, shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So look at that, man. Israel is going to be established in the top, man. Okay? The scriptures say that a light that is set upon a hill cannot be hid. You know, Israel will come back up, man. We are being built up, you know, at this very second. You got Israelites that are seeking the truth, that that are studying, that are growing, that are first now hearing this word. The Lord is working, man. This word is not going out void. And it will come to pass to where we will have the rulership over our oppressors, man, who have been our oppressors in this world, man. Okay, the so-called white people, the so-called Chinese, all right, so-called you know, so-called Arabs. All right, you will all be under our foot. It says, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow. We are in times of sorrow now, man. Every damn day it's like, fuck, bro, you gotta take a deep ass breath before you go to bed, man. It's like, damn, what a fucking day, man. I can't believe that I made it home alive type shit. It says, and from thy fear, you know. It says in Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, man, and the curses. It says that we shall have none assurance of our life. Hey, bro, if a cop comes around, shit, man, shit, bro, we don't know what's gonna go down. You know, shit, man. Even if we go into a grocery store, we don't know what's gonna go down, man. I think about that every fucking time I go somewhere, man. I shit you not, man. I straight up think, man. I'm like, damn, bro. Hopefully some shooting doesn't happen in here. You know, shit is happening like that now. You know, it says, and from my fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. It says that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? This place is gonna cease, man. This place will be no more. This place ain't gonna be shit, but a place of burning and of fire and of smoke to ascend up forever and ever, to be the example of what it's like to be wicked in the earth against the Lord, man. That's what this place is going to be, a fucking example, man. The last, final, great example. And there ain't going to be no more wickedness, man. Our people are going to be right. Because the Lord is going to right his ways in our inward parts, man. Jeremiah 31 and 33, it says, but this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, saith Yahweh, I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and I will be their power, and they shall be my people. So just how we are in the flesh now, in the flesh seeks to do sin. The flesh lusts to do the things that are pleasing unto it, which are not good things. Alright, man, the flesh lusts after women, after money, after carnal possessions, after, you know, things that make us feel good but aren't always for our benefit in the long run. Okay, the things that the flesh wants is the thing that's in the now. You know, I wants to go out and party now, you know, and you go out and party, bro. You do that too much, bro. You know, and you cut yourself in a bad position, man, in a bad case. Anyways, man, I'm not trying to go too off topic. It says, I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts. So just how we are now in a flesh that seeks to go off, we will be in a body that knows nothing but to do righteousness. And those are the days to come, man. And so that's why there's going to be no better place for these other nations to come to receive instruction. You know, we just read it. It says, come and let us go up to the house of the Lord and to learn to walk in his paths. The Israelites are going to teach that because the Israelites are going to have the law written in our inward parts. And we're going to be his people, 100% joined. Okay, we shall be one. Okay, Israel is going to be back in the right state of being gods. And I'm not talking about being gods as an equal with the Most High, or or you know, equal with the Yahushai, because there's gonna be order still. All right. But yeah, man. With that being said, basically got the point. Kind of running short on time, so I'm gonna cut it off there, and hopefully it was edifying. Hey, Shalom.